this video, I'm going to be sharing a crystal grid that I have created to help you with the energy of this full moon. And I will be doing a 10-minute activation with the grid at the end so you can follow along and you will receive the energy of the crystals whether or not you physically have them with you. Hello, I'm Charlotte and I'm a crystal healing therapist, and I'm dedicated to helping you access the power of the mineral kingdom so that you can awaken your own inner potential for love and healing and transformation. If you want to replicate this grid and make it for yourself at home, that's fantastic, and I will leave a list of all the crystals in the description below. But if you don't have access to these crystals or you don't have time to create the grid, don't worry, because you'll be able to benefit from their energy by transmission. And before we get into the crystal grid specifically, let's just have a look at what are some of the main energies that are influencing this full moon. Now, at the moment, the moon's orbit is quite close to the Earth, so it's really amplifying all of the energies that are playing into this lunation. And that means it's even more of a potent time for any inner work, transformation, revelations to come to light for you at this time if you tune in and let yourself go with it. So this full moon is at 27 degrees and 15 minutes of Aquarius, and the sun is at 27 degrees of Leo. Now, when the sun and moon are opposite each other, which is always the case at a full moon, it means the signs they're both in get activated. And so we're dealing with an axis or a polarity. So in this case, the Aquarius-Leo continuum. And really the focus of the crystal grid today, my main intention is that we're going to be balancing these energies so that you can really feel centered and in your power. We also have a square between the sun and the moon and Uranus in Taurus. Now, squares can represent tension and some struggle. So this can be present around the time of this moon, right? It's not necessarily a particularly easy energy, but it also means that there's lots of potential for breakthroughs. So it's something that we can really work with, and that's what we're going to do with our crystal grid. And then also at this time, we are in a period of Mercury retrograde, and this is inviting us to really become introspective, to go within, to reflect. And I'll talk about that a bit more as we go through the grid. But those are the main kind of planetary energies that I'm drawing on as we put our grid together. So firstly, let's look at the moon in Aquarius. Now, Aquarius is an air sign. This is very associated with the collective consciousness, humanitarianism, society, groups, communities. And Aquarius energy is asking us to tune into that, to ask what is our place within that. And the slight paradox is that it's also very much about individuality, rebelliousness, authenticity, being yourself. So with Aquarius, we get to have this cosmic spotlight on how do we balance our own individuality with our place in the bigger picture, in the collective, in society, in communities, on social media, whatever it is. And because we're also at a moment where there's a lot of light being shone on what perhaps might be a bit under the surface, we really get to examine what are some of the forms of programming or social conditioning that might be impacting our decisions and the way that we're acting in life. Is there any way in which you do things because you think you're expected to do them by society? So the crystal that I've selected to really help us balance and align with this Aquarius energy is Aquamarine. I love Aquamarine. It's so calming and soothing and cooling, and it's got a very gentle energy. It's very associated with the throat chakra, and when we're able to clear this and balance this, that feeling of tuning into our own authenticity and our own truth, what feels right for us, gets to be communicated out clearly. We get to externalize what we've realized we really want to do. It is very soothing and calming to the nervous system too, which is also important around this time. And it's got that kind of capacity to help you turn within and find a place of stillness and connect with the subconscious mind. Because a lot of this programming, the patterns, the conditioning, they're not at the forefront of our conscious mind. They're mostly in the subconscious. We don't know we're doing it. We don't know we're repeating it. And so when we have a crystal, it allows us to become very still and look within and connect with our subconscious. It really helps with the process of a full moon, which is bringing stuff to light. To really deepen that calming of the nervous system, I've also added a crystal called Kyanite, and this is known as the stone of alignment. It is associated with balancing the nervous system and also with bringing all of your energy centers and your aura into alignment with the physical body. So you can just imagine everything's just coming into one nice central harmonious column down the middle of your body, and that is really going to help regulate the nervous system amongst this frenetic full moon energy and calm you down and get you centered. So that is the moon in Aquarius. Let's now move on to the sun in Leo. Now, Leo is associated with the heart, the heart of the lion. So we're invited with this sun in Leo, the solar archetype, how we show up in the world, to really go forward from the heart. As I say, there's a lot of mental energy right now, and this is about knowing that a great deal of our intelligence and wisdom comes from the heart, and when we act from that place, we are more balanced, we are more aligned, and we're able to do all the stuff about authentic expression and truth much more easily, because we're actually just following something that feels really real and true. And the crystal that I have chosen to align with the sun in Leo is actually Sunstone. And this crystal is very associated with self-confidence and kind of willpower and going out into the world and acting in a way that doesn't really require any validation from other people. We're being asked, what would your life be like if you didn't need approval from anyone? Not your partner, not your parents, not your siblings, not your teacher, your boss, your neighbours, your cat, whoever or whatever. What would it actually be like if you did not need to please them? So we had the moon in Aquarius, we have the sun in Leo, and as I say, the main intention behind this crystal grid is balancing these energies. And so the central crystal in the grid is programmed with that specific intention. It's asked to balance the Aquamarine and the Sunstone. And this crystal is called Stilbite. It's very gentle, delicate, kind of soft energy. And it's actually associated with dissolving illusion, okay? And so to me, this has a very strong resonance with the illusion of societal conditioning and subconscious programming. Those things we feel we need to do, or those patterns that we unconsciously repeat, they're actually not real. And when we get the cosmic spotlight and we get to see them and we get to release them, we are in fact freed from a good deal of illusion. And we, you get to go up a level of consciousness and, move into a new level of power. So the next planetary aspect I want to look at is the Uranus in Taurus. As I mentioned, this is in a square to the sun and the moon, so this can be bringing up quite some tension. So the crystal that I've actually picked to align with this energy is Amazonite. And Amazonite is a crystal, is basically known as the stone of truth. So again, it's quite associated with the throat chakra, and it really allows you to speak in a way that feels authentic, that feels sort of unfettered and confident and courageous. Lastly, we have Mercury in retrograde. Now, you all know that Mercury retrograde gets like a bad rap, and we worry about disruptions to travel and miscommunications, and those are really important things to pay attention to. But what I think is happening at this time is we're really being invited to go within, to revise, to revisit, to reimagine all the re's, This is about kind of things that might have happened in the past coming back into your attention in a way that you get to reflect on newly. Maybe you didn't see something with the clarity that this full moon now affords you. Maybe it's really good that something from another time pops up in your consciousness. Maybe you now are looking at it differently, and maybe that means you get to resolve some of the feelings that you had about it. And so the crystal I've chosen to support us with this Mercury retrograde energy is Herkimer diamond. This is such a beautiful, little, small but mighty crystal. It's incredibly clear. It has a very pure, high vibrational, high light energy. The Mercury retrograde is a time to go within, to reflect and all of that, but we want to do that in a way that's clear. And we do want to make sure that when we're communicating, we are being mindful about our words and we are saying what we mean, and we're not bringing any confusion or illusion into our speech. And Herkimer diamond really helps to do that. Okay, so we looked at the energies around the full moon and how they relate to the crystals in this crystal grid. And now we are going to move into an activation. And this is really going to help you actually connect with and harness the crystal energy. I will ask you to find a really comfortable position. You can take a look at the crystal grid before you sort of settle down and close your eyes, just so that you have it in your mind's eye and that you're aware of the different colours and shapes. You don't need to know the names or anything like that. Just be aware of the rough pattern of what I'm going to be activating, and that will be enough. Welcome to this guided crystal grid activation for the full moon in Aquarius, August 2024. Allow yourself to find a comfortable position. You can be sitting or lying down. Take some nice deep cleansing breaths, allowing the breathing to just drop you into the present moment. You can exhale and sigh into the center of your being. This crystal grid has been created so you can align with the energies of the full moon, and it has been activated with the affirmation as follows: with a balanced mind and body, I connect with my inner sovereignty and embody truth. We begin calling in the energy of Aquarius and of the corresponding crystal Aquamarine. This beautiful, bright, light blue crystal, transmitting to you now a calming and soothing energy. Imagine a bright, light blue energy entering into your body now through the crown, passing down through your head, the brain, the eyes, down through your throat, bright light blue light down through the shoulders and arms into your palms, noticing any sensations, tingling, pulsing, and the light now passing through your back all the way down to your hips, through your legs, reaching your knees, shins, calves, purifying, cooling light through the feet now and all the way down into the earth. This blue light is calming the nervous system, tempering the electromagnetic energy that is so strong at the time of this full moon, washing over you, cooling everything down. Subtly connecting yourself with your higher consciousness. Focusing for a moment on the throat chakra, placing your awareness in this area, allowing you to hear any messages available to you at this time, and allowing you to vocalize any messages that you would like to express at this time. The energy of Aquarius is inviting you to explore your own individuality, your voice, your authenticity, and your expression within the collective. You can imagine this light blue light as a center point within you, and as a center point within all other beings. Your one light connected to the many. As you tune into the blue lights within others around you, you notice every light glows a little brighter. We are invited at this time, in understanding our connection with the whole, to release any programming or conditioning that brings a heaviness to us. We ask now that the energy of Aquamarine helps release the burden of seeking others' approval or validation. You now release any beliefs, memories, programs, or conditioning that prevent you from feeling perfectly whole, perfectly accepted, and perfectly placed within the bigger picture of society. We now align with the energy of the Sun in Leo and of our Sunstone crystal, placing your awareness in the center of your chest. You begin to imagine a radiant sun. This is a sun of great wisdom and intelligence, a sensory sun, radiant, courageous, warm. The intelligence of your heart activating strongly now, opening and expanding. You are balancing the strong mental energies of Aquarius with the powerful heart-centered energies of Leo. When these forces come together, you are whole, you are harmonious, you are coherent. The energy of Kyanite crystal now comes into play. This is the stone of alignment, and it is now working on your nervous system to bring you into an even deeper state of calm, of order, of balance. Another blue crystal, bringing light through the spine, creating a strong center. to stay stable and upright. In a state of ease as the electric currents of Uranus come down and meet us on Earth. From this calm, easy state, we now bring in the powerful, revolutionary, rebellious, innovative energies of Uranus in Taurus. The electricity, the awakening, the flashes of inspiration this planet brings. We are able to receive supported by the crystal Amazonite. The stone of truth. If there are revelations and insights that you are ready to receive at this time, Amazonite will help you see the truth within them. Aquamarine and Kyanite will help you receive them in a way that doesn't overload your system. Embodying the truth of who you really are. The energy of Herkimer Diamond, aligned with Mercury in its retrograde, invites you to drop into an even deeper state of introspection, to go further within than you thought was possible. To access a new state of clarity. And to support you as you reflect deeply under the light of the full moon. What truths within you are you ready to reveal at this time? What can you let go of in order for those truths to be revealed in their most radiant expression? In the light of this full moon, and with the energies of these crystals, your mind and your heart are acting as one. from this state of coherence, repeat the crystal grid affirmation either in your mind or out loud. We'll say it 3 times. With a balanced mind and heart, I connect with my inner sovereignty and embody truth. With a balanced mind and heart, I connect with my inner sovereignty and embody truth. With a balanced mind and heart, I connect with my inner sovereignty and embody truth. Take a moment to thank yourself for taking part in this activation, to the crystals for their energy, and to Grandmother Moon for her wisdom. Start to take some deeper breaths, coming back now fully into your body, moving in any way that feels right, knowing that you can come back to these cosmic and crystalline energies at any time. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes.